Hardware's failing me pretty hardcore. I'm gonna go purchase a new phone, 80% speed run. Grind that phone into the ground, Ted. Until the phone stops watching you, Ted. Keep streaming, Ted. Get your subs up, Ted. Burn your smokes up, Ted. Stay alive, Ted. Stay alive, Ted. Solid connection. Maybe we're connected. They get a crap ass connection. CRAP-S. I got the crap ass connection. Super Bowl 50 was my first Super Bowl in San Francisco. I was all endorsing the Panthers hardcore. Has a Texas Christian University quarterback ever won the Super Bowl? The best horned frog quarterbacks of all time. Who is it? I'm going to tease at Ranker, and they're going to say Max Duggan. Max Duggan. I don't even know what team he's on. His potential continues to grow. I don't even know what team he's on. He's still on. He's been on the Horned Frogs for 6 years. They're waiting for this dude to come out and go pro. Andy Dalton. The GOAT, 2007, 2010. That's 7, 8, 9, 4 years with the Horned Frogs. He was in the playoffs this year. Trayvon Boykin, Horned Board. Davey O'Brien back in 35 to 38, right before World War II. Sammy Ba. Sammy Ba. Washington Redskin Hall of Famer. Steve Judy. Never heard of Steve Judy. Sonny Gibbs. Casey Patchell. Just dropping names. Name dropping. P.D. Shanbay. 65 to 67. P.J. Sandbay. Max Knack. Max Knack. Max Snake. 92, 95. Horned Frogs. Kenny Hill. 2015, 2017. He's not even a goddamn quarterback. Chuck Curtis, Horned Frogs, 1957. The ideal TCU quarterback with arm strength, pinpoint accuracy, and relentless worth ethic. Steve Samp, 78-81. David Roscoe, 85-88. Brandon Hessel, 2003-2004. Brandon Hessel demonstrated a remarkable ability to make big players that when they mattered most during his time at TCU. Ty Gunn replaced this kind of like at the same time. Getting down on the list. Ty Gunn, Leon Clay, Jimmy Dan Elsney. Hello, Ted. If Ghoul shows up, I had to restart my stream about 5 times to get connected. Nothing gonna stop me. Nothing. I'm gonna stream, and then I'll finish my beer. Kent Nix, 1930, 63 to 65. Kent Nick demonstrated uncanny abilities to navigate the complexities of the college football game during his time as the TCU Horn Dogs becoming one of the most productive quarterbacks of his era. Daring. I'm just here for the subs, you know what I'm saying? Subs going up almost 2 each day, okay? So we used to be a little under less than 1 sub a day, but now we're getting like 2 a day. And I hit 10 subs like yesterday. So why would that's pretty fucking good. If I'm playing a game when you're getting higher it's supposed to, you get less experience. But YouTube is like, it goes faster and faster the more subs you have. But you're still not top 50 like I Show Speed. He'll never crack the top 50. Let's look at the top 50 right now. Get a commercial for the Argonaut again. I put my search into the wrong engine, so I have to go to the channel with MDM channel, which is the live. Mr. Beast almost 400 million. No, 464 million. He'll hit 500 million. I Show Speed needs 66 million to hit top 50. Didn't he just hit 40 or 50 million? He just hit 50 million. How long will it take? What's the real count? Like, where's the real breaking point? Like, your point you can't pass. I should. Top 10 on YouTube. WWE is 10 million behind Z Music Company. Kim Pro number 9 and on fire. Number 9 is pulling away. Top 10 is like, it's hard to hold that 10 spot. People want it. People want your top 10 spot. Here, we're gonna chug the rest of my beer. I'm glad Minnesota had a kick-ass victory tonight. Minnesota punching the Warriors. A spiritual victory. Trump got his ass kicked today. You can't pin the protest on any individual. Just the response. You can pin the response on an individual. How about if you don't respond to protests? Trump should have been too busy. Trump should have been out off golfing. Trump should have been at football practice, rigging the Super Bowl. God, I hope the Seahawks win. I need a Seahawk win, otherwise I have to wait another year, and then it's praying that the Bears win it, or could Matthew Stafford leave the Rams? Could Darnold come play for the Rams? What if Darnold to the Arizona? That'd be nice. It'd be nice. You know what would be really nice? Aaron Rodgers to the Cardinals. Rodgers to the Cardinals. And they could keep Kyler. It'd be Rodgers and Kyler. I like to hurt people. Good movie from '85, but Bad Manners, Growing Pains is probably really my favorite '80s movie. So, 1984. I like Bad Manners. I was 8 years old and I was watching that Bad Manners. Should you? If you watch Bad Manners and you think about, should an 8-year-old be watching it? I love that movie. To be on my level, all you have to do is escape from which mountain? Yes. Escape from which mountain? Part 2. Which mountain? Maybe which mountain? Joe Mountain? Which mountain franchise? It's a still active franchise. Return from which mountain? Beyond which mountain? Escape to which mountain? Race to which mountain? It looks like Robert Malcolm Young is the key person to contact. I'm out of touch, but as a kid, I enjoyed that shit. Can you believe it? As a kid, the things I enjoy. See, Ghoul. Yes. I grew up on Disney Witch Mountain, okay? So most people didn't, okay? Most people are hung up on budget computers from 1987, you know? Then the NES was at 85, scrap parts. If you couldn't afford a real computer, you'd just get a Nintendo. If you didn't have the Disney Channel, I mean, I had the Disney Channel in all through the 80s. It's really sad that I did not have cable television in 95. That means during WCW, a lot of times during the Best of Wrestling, I didn't even have cable television. And my best friend Sean McBride, they would pay our cable bill so they could pretend they were in our school district and send Sean to my high school. But Sean threw a brick through a bus at the end of my street. God damn it. Why do my friends have to throw bricks through buses? Why do my friends throw bricks through bus windows and get caught as a minor? I mean, when your best friend, who's younger than you, in a lower grade than you, I'm throwing rocks through the bus windows back in 1993. his mom was paying our cable bill so she could live it, so they could pretend they lived in our house. And then he gets kicked out of the district, and I watched Super Bowl 49 with him. I sat in his room and watched Seahawks versus the Patriots with that dude. He didn't want to watch the Super Bowl. He wants to watch Doctor fucking Who. I'm painted up. I am painted. Bro, I am painted. That's for damn sure. I can't even face. I want to be like those guys with face paint. Yeah, sure. I am painted. You should paint too. Okay, what's somebody gonna do? You gonna get fired because you don't want glare when the sun is dangerous. It, bounces off. You learn that playing Macintosh video games. A lot of laser mirror reflection games is what I grew up on. Old puzzle games. Bend to the laser. Paint is, I don't want to look like a baby. I just don't want to. I want to, when you wake me up, I want to look like a man. I don't want to look like a baby. And grow some hair out, for Christ's sakes. My cigarette, if these smokes could talk. I Like to Hurt People, 1985. Good movie, but please watch Bad Manners, 1985. See, it's an unrated movie. It has no rating. Tell me what rating you would give. I would give that shit like a PG-13. But when I was 8 years old, I was watching it. It was good shit. My mom was like, "Don't watch that movie." I had to watch that shit behind her back. And after that, she never cared what I was watching. Yeah. Definitely, I've seen some shit, dude. I've seen some shit. Okay, you can get online in 1995 and search for anything. Again, GameFAQs is my most common website since at least I've been going to GameFAQs for 31 years. The America Online experience is not so much web browsing as in just staying within the ecosystem of America Online chat rooms. Still some beer left. You always look at my beer. I love beer. I love beer. Tell me what you love. Winter, kick the East Coast like boom, get punched in the mouth. Washington, D.C. is not frozen. Only the northern side of the Appalachians, it has confirmed snow. From my perspective, I'm not there. I've only seen some weather maps. Most of the northern side, Virginia side of the upper, that's all Virginia. How many people are freezing to death? People are freezing tonight, man. Shit, damn. Freezing. Oh yeah, when I was in Afghanistan, it was cold. It was cold in December. What day did I leave Afghanistan? I spent all of January in Afghanistan in the middle of winter, and I pulled out in February, something like February 15th. Afghanistan. So I spelled it wrong. Yeah, but it was cold. It was cold in Afghanistan. It was nice when I got there. It was like summer. It was like Iraq when I got there. But Khanda. See, I was in Kandahar. And what's the elevation of 3,318 feet above the sea level? I come from 1,000 feet. Right now I'm at 16,000 feet. And when you're in Afghanistan, it's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 feet. But 10,000 feet's pretty high. Hell, even at 3,000 feet, helicopters don't work. They have this problem. Not all helicopters can even fly in Afghanistan. Yet, you see a lot of helicopters in Afghanistan. You won't see a Huey. You will never see the Huey, which is a dual blade helicopter. That shit doesn't get enough lift. The air is too thin. You cannot fly a Huey. In ideal conditions, maybe, but you don't fly. There's no lift. The air is too thin. The helicopter is too heavy. You cannot fly a Huey helicopter in Afghanistan. But the girls in my unit got killed while flying the Huey in Afghanistan. No, in Iraq, yeah. And I'm just, this vision of Sam Darnold kissing his wife, but she has hair, she has fake hair. She had dark hair underneath her gold hair. Sam Darnold's wife has fake hair. There's nothing worse than a woman who lies about the color of her hair. There's nothing worse than a woman who lies about she couldn't even dye all of it. She only dyed the fucking outsides blonde. Yeah, I'm blonde. No, baby, I see the jet black hair underneath. And you're not the bride of Frankenstein, which is a good look, little kids like that shit. But grown ass mans would rather just see your hair is like, you can see somebody's genetics inside their hair. People can be offended by your genetics. We've never seen Trump grow out his beard. You can in the future they will analyze my genetics by my beard. They'll probably call me Abraham. Well, that's an Abrahamic beard. I don't care what they call me, as long as they can categorize me like some kind of fluffy animal correctly. My favorite football game was probably Quarterback Club. Quarterback Club on 64. Yeah. If I had a Nintendo 64, I want to play Quarterback Club. but the Dreamcast port is shit, and only the Nintendo 64 version. What's up, buddy? Bitch, shits go to Tago. What kind of fucking name? What kind of fucking name is this, bro? Bitch. What kind of fucking name is that, bro? Bitch better subscribe. Press subscribe. Look at it. I mean, what am I mean, your content is like a disappointment. Okay? Now I have to entertain myself with how your online avatar on this episode of Dump. This episode Dump is proudly dumping on bitch. It's Go Tago. Who the hell? I don't know who Go Tago. Wait, you're my moderator. I forgot. That's right, man. You need a name change, bro. I know that he's gonna change his name next week. Okay. What should you drop it? Lessons in meme culture. 49ers are projected to draft a tight end. Bitch tits got to go. Bitch tits got to go. I almost did an episode with no shirt. So let's do a no shirt, any percent speed run. Wait, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is Scrub Daddy? Square up. Getting fat makes my breast look big. Bulking up. Yeah, I was 450 pounds. I used to be 450 pounds. But Subway gave me AIDS. Where's my subscriber? You want to see Dory? Does Dory want to come on this episode? Come on. It's up to you. Make Dory appear. That's the wrong tab. I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Dashboard. True sub counter, 1775. So that's where I was. My true sub count is 1775. I told him, bitch tits look good. Lord, now I'm stuck with it 14 days. Yeah. Even I'm waiting to change my icon. Cause not like, see, you don't know what the 82nd Airborne is. So trying to rep it, you don't even know. Wait to simplify it to a regular army, you know. Instead of 1A, it'll be 1A instead of 2 A's. Well, Cece, the world needs Trojan man, okay? The world needs the Trojan man. Man. Okay. Where did Josh Allen go to school? You're gonna be a what? It's gonna. Hey, you're right. Hey, so what? Do something about it. Do something about it. Like I care. I get what I want. There's no Trojans on the Patriots. Just remember that. It's Trojans versus Patriots. There's multiple Trojans on the Seahawks, on defense and offense. Okay, we don't like their college. It's about their colleges. The media hates USC. They want the Bruins to play at SoFi. We're gonna force the Bruins to play in SoFi in Pasadena, where I was born. I was born in Pasadena, and I'll be damned if we don't have a football team. You know what? Fuck where you're from, okay? It's about where I'm from. That's why the world revolves around Pasadena. Not necessarily me, but I'm a Pasadena. The world revolves around me, the people of Pasadena, okay? The southern end zone is under demolition. I'm spinning my thing. This pinches off the air, so I'm getting clean hits. The southern end zone in Pasadena has been demolished. The facade that says Rose Bowl, the Rose Bowl sign has probably been taken down and auctioned off on eBay. Sam Darnold, he won the Rose Bowl versus Penn State. And I've always said, fuck them. And they will accept our victory, and we can renovate our stadium. And we will keep the national championship playoffs in Pasadena. You can't take it away. The largest source of income in the history of the world flows through my city, and you will be a broke boy. The American economy is based upon you get paid the most to win the Rose Bowl and not to win the Super Bowl. Andy Dalton, from Andy Dalton to Carson Palmer. Deluded. We got deluded. And I never add that to my script. I've never used that word to describe me. Fuck you. Every American, every single American can eat my ass. Because if you are such a poor boy, you can't afford to come to my city and to drive my rent up and to make it impossible for all the natives to stay. It's like Hawaii. It's like Hawaii. They have the Pro Bowl. Once a year, the NFL would come in, push all the people out to the beaches. You know, the natives can't afford to stay. Okay, I'm telling you, I've been driven out of my own native land. So, if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you. I wouldn't ask you. finding the people living in my house. But my house burned down in the fire 2015. Altadena fires. I'm very happy to take a new housing in San Francisco. Oh my God, I've been in San Francisco for 10 years like a treasure. They protect me. They know there's 900,000, less than 1 million people in San Francisco, but only a few of us are veterans. Veterans are a sorry sack of shit. You don't want to hang around them too much because they don't participate at after high school level. You know, they wouldn't make good big brothers telling you cheat codes or how to adjust your grip. You know, gaming environment makes you unique. I'm a gamer. See, 18,205 days old. This is day 4,001 in SF. 4,001 days in San Francisco. And the rest of America has totally gone to shit. We thank San Francisco for being the home of YouTube or something like that, right? A lot of Silicon Valley, they might move their address from one end to the other, down to, you know, who cares what address they have south of Santa Clara. They put the 49ers in Santa Clara because that's where they are. They're not up here. There's going to be 40 million people on my street. See, we expect 50 million people in the city, but only 70,000 will make it into the game, right? Or is it 500,000 in the city? Last time I was here, all the pictures I took in 2015 for Super Bowl 50, they are on a different phone that's not plugged in right now. And there's a couple of video. I put at least one video from my on the channel. I think it's not even private. Just search my oldest videos. This is my 11th Super Bowl. It's in LA next year. Then it's in Atlanta. Rams don't need it. Okay. Rams don't need it. Okay. Rams still. We don't see. We can still celebrate over beating Joe Burrow. So as long when you plow the earth, the burrow is the very bottom of when you plow the earth with the burrow is the bottom. That's right where you drop the seed. Okay, we put the seed. See. So we got the best, we put the best place for your seed is right inside the burrow, okay? Would you want to burrow the Patriots? You can't burrow the Patriots. You gonna burrow, can you burrow? Ukraine will not win. Joe Burrow will not win. Putin wins if the Patriots win. It's our army that are Spartan. I've never seen a naked, unequipped Russian. Every time I see them getting droned out, they're loaded out with Russian loadout. Okay, you get overpowered. Even though you see Russians getting killed, their loadout is like completely ready to take out like 100 people. Whereas you'll get a minimum of 120 rounds in the army, maybe 3 grenades, no RPG-7. They're not giving U.S. soldiers RPG-7. 82nd Airborne Division, they don't have RPG-7. RPG-7 is the standard. It's not even a conflict unless they pop in RPG-7s. All you have to do is deny the Ukrainian internet. Find a way to stop the internet, and then the drones won't work, and you just walk in. Okay? Yes, I was Army. Yes. So we think about how to beat the enemy. It's with cruelty. Cruelty is the easy way. Serbians complained that they were dragged by cars because Bosnia would tie you to a horse. It sounds like old Western. Even during World War I, you could be dragged by a horse. So Putin is really bad at putting his soldiers inserting. He better just put them on a catapult. Can he put on a bungee cord? Can't you just throw a soldier and have them bounce closer to the enemy? Because it's like they're in a marathon to go like 1,000,000 miles through the mud. They can't make. They look like they have no objective. Every time I see a drone, hey, look, it's a Russian with no objective. You want to see my swag filter? I'll just throw it up because it might load up. Boom! I hide behind this. I just want to block my chest. I just want to hide my nipples. Okay? Or do you complain that I didn't do it classy enough? You couldn't read all that? Wasn't standing up straight enough? You see, you can zoom in on my knife. I lost that knife. I don't have a knife. I have nothing sharp. Just precious metals by the pound. Put that away, put that away, put that up. Who's your daddy? Chat will now appear on the top. What am I packing? I'm packing my brain damage has been corrected by making a new logo. Exactly. Dump, 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 dump. I slipped in the ice right there. Okay. What's my favorite? Oh, the grenade launcher. I never missed with the grenade launcher. I never missed with the grenade. So, but you only get a couple target shots when in basic. I think I only pulled the trigger 3 times, and you kind of use the scope. You look through a scope, like across. It's a iron sight, right? I never had anything. I'm all iron sights. M16, and the grenade launcher. That's it. I never shot. You know, I got to hold the pistol now and then, but I wasn't there to waste the ammo with the pistol. I like hip fire. At range night in the dark with tracers. I want to be able to see the bullet. So they complain. There's no accuracy at nighttime with tracers. They're just, so I think they don't even pop up at 300 yards. It's probably just like, the way the range machine pops up targets when it's set for night fire, I'm just sure it's not the qualifying mode. Last time I qualified, I hit 65%, right? I shoot 65%. I am not a good shot. You only get 20 shots. So if you miss 8, you don't qualify. Is that right? How many can you miss? You can miss 7 and qualify. But I cheated and I used an extra bullet. So I used 21 shots and I can hit 65. But you have to pick it up and throw it inside without it's a finger feed. Can you when the magazine is empty and you throw a bullet into the side of the rifle and then you hit your shot. That's the last time I qualified. And I was all out of bullets, and Sergeant Emmanuel was behind me. Emmanuel was counting from 1 to 20. He knew I didn't qualify. And he was like, grab that bullet and shoot it. So I was under direct orders. I was forced to finger feed my 21st bullet. I think I was wearing glasses that day, so my front sight post was bouncing around. You should, it's harder to shoot in glasses with somebody over your shoulder. That's what I'm saying. Get off my shoulder. Why am I always qualifying? %65% is the lowest. Okay, everybody's a better shot than me, but ideal. I test high in the faction alignment, politically brainwashed, really high scores, guys. I mean, I had to pull the bullet from the dirt. I knew I didn't qualify. I was like, I didn't even qualify. And I threw it in and I qualified. And that's the last time I think I ever shot. I don't even think I ever shot again after that. That was my last shot. That was my last shot. So at least I made it. That was probably after I came home from Afghanistan. I'm sure that's after I came home from Afghanistan. Some qualifying in the middle of summer 2003, right before everybody went to Iraq. I was like, you ain't gonna take me. That's it. I mean, at this point, I just run really hot water in the sink and just fucking clean out the trigger. Okay? They never say you're never allowed to just put your trigger mechanism underneath a hot running water. They're like, clean that rifle with all day. You know, I was like, by the time I would just run hot water under the trigger mechanism. I mean, that's people. They don't. It's illegal. It's fucking illegal. Illegal, man. You don't tell the sergeant major you're running mineral water through his trigger mechanisms. Okay. Somebody might have got my rifle. My rifle, I wish I had the serial number. I wish I did. I let it go. You don't want to remember everything. I'm not responsible for that, but I'm pulling hair out. When I had to turn in my ammunition at the end of Afghanistan, one of my bullets was all dented. I was like, yeah, this one might go off right here. See, my dented bullet got stuck in the chamber when in the middle of January. I had the weapon jam, and I didn't even fire it. Okay, you don't fire your weapon every day, but you keep it loaded, and you might, you know. I saw stuff being shipped. Okay, 'cause I worked in the post office. We saw a lot of shit being shipped to Carolina, North Bragg mail. There was almost nobody from California or Texas. It was all 82nd Airborne. Fayetteville. Maybe some Colorado. Maybe some shit was coming from Colorado. Incoming shit from the Bengals. Somebody on base was getting letters from the Bengals. I saw all that shit. I got that Metroid Prime in the mail. So Metroid Prime is what I was playing in December in Afghanistan. Now so when I watch Metroid Prime, I'm like, oh man, man. It's like flashbacks. I get flashbacks from Prime. I could look at all the old video games that I had in Afghanistan, like Smash Brothers. We played Smash and we played Madden 2001. All I wanted was one DVD copy of Lord of the Rings. I would have watched it every day while I was there, but I couldn't find a single copy. So I could never watch it once. I had to read the book. I got through the first 100 pages. I think I'm lying. I read one page. We had Army and Navy newspapers to read every day. And that was a lot to read, actually. U.S. I would get the Army Times, and it would go out to the rest of the base, right? So I'd always read it when it came. And it was printed. It was like, it was cool. I should have saved at least one copy of the Army paper, but I didn't. If you go to the VA hospital, it's usually there. Army Times is a newspaper published 26 times a year, every 2 weeks. And well, I watched the entire NFL season when I was in Afghanistan. Yeah. We had Armed Forces, 2 channels. Our TV would have 2 channels, okay? And on Sunday, there would be a game on each channel. We watched the Brown throw his helmet on the ground and lose the game. That was what we watched on week 1. And I almost had a fight with a guy from Philadelphia because he was watching that Eagles game, and I tried to change the channel on his shit. He was like, so that's my. It's always a fight over the television, even in the Army. The game was over. I was like, put on the other game. It was week 1 of the season, and he wanted to watch like the fucking end of the broadcast. We had 2 channels. I've never seen that guy. That guy has disappeared in 21 years. I've not seen that guy. And he's the guy that was in Pakistan. Because we split up when we went into Afghanistan with 8 people. He got sent to to Pakistan. He was delivering mail to the Predators. The Predator drone flyers, yeah. So the Bengals would draft Palmer. I came home, and when I was coming home in February, I already knew we were drafting Palmer. I knew we were drafting Palmer. Okay, and that's why when you buy the video game, nobody played Madden 2003 because it was the Bengals with everybody bought NCAA 2003. It came out a week earlier. It ripped off the Bengals, but Madden 2003 best Bengal game. You know, but nobody played it. Everybody played NCAA 2003 because they didn't want to play Palmer on the Bengals. And have I played it? I haven't even played it. Not only I don't sit around and play that shit. Corey Dillon's not on the team. The Steelers never. You think the Steelers would be good in Madden 2005 or 2008, but they're not. Maybe 2008 is the final GameCube. Maybe that's okay. Madden 2008 Steelers. You get to play Ben Roethlisberger on his second quest for the second Super Bowl on GameCube. Well, Pittsburgh is where children make bullets. Non-smoking, SMOKING, girls make bullets for the feds versus the South, right? They wouldn't they wouldn't let me have a job because I want to smoke near the gunpowder. What's the best version? What Terry Bradshaw's in one of the games? Maybe not. I don't think so. Tom Brady was in all the crap games. That was basically it. Even Kurt Warner, the Kurt Warner Rams is probably the best team out of. As long as you have Madden 2001 on GameCube, you get to play as the Rams. So who cares about the rest? Steelers suck. It took them maybe 2006. They had a decent. If you're willing to play with the rookie stats that they thought Roethlisberger had in 2006. After drink. Where's my shit? Put on your wife. A new wife beater. Bust out the brand new wife beater. Okay. Brand new wife beater. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, wife. Wife beater. Wife beater. No wife beater on. Wife beater on. A wife beater. Brand new. Brand new. Wife beater. Okay. Brand new beater. That's right. Who's the beater? Minnesota was beating on San Francisco tonight. It was funny to watch my team job out, losing by 30. How is that possible? Bullshit. They had a losing streak and we couldn't beat them. Curry didn't play. Draymond Green didn't play. Jimmy Butler didn't play. Gary Payton fouled out with 12 minutes. All he did was send them to the line. What did he? So if they lost by 30 and he had 6 fouls, Payton 6 fouls, that's 12 points. But we lost by 60. We lost by 30. Sure. You know, it was Minnesota. That's where that guy got shot. Where's my ladder? There it is. Okay. Looking fat, Ted. Good job, Ted. I don't want to look I'm not scrawny. Takes a lot to dump me. Check out my thumbnail. I've been shaving underneath my chin. This can go right here. Right here. Can I get it? Any % speed run? Let me still take a little more off right there. Do it. Do it. Is there collateral in there? Maybe. But whatever's gone. Don't let it get out of control. "11 years in this room. I'm sick of this being in this room, man. You want other people to do something about your life. It sucks, right? Yeah, okay. I guess they're gonna do that for me now. Otherwise, I could stay here. I don't care. I love it here. On February 2nd, most of us will have seen the place. So, they haven't shown us yet. So, my entire building will be invited to come look at the other place. So, still in San Francisco. I want to be in New York. I still. So when I moved to 2015, they're like, we had a 10-year deal with the Biden administration or the Obama administration, basically. So this building is 100 years old, man. This. Oh. I'll see where they're sending. I'll go look at. Oh no, hey, all my neighbors are moving to this place. Great. I don't know. Popping in this. I need to wait for the summer. I'm not. Yeah. I think a lot of guys are going to be into their new rooms by the end of February. That's what we expect. Okay. It's going to be a mad rush. But if I drop my rent on the 1st, then they still expect me to drop my rent here on my 1st. They might have already decided they're pissed at me. I don't know. I expect to be in New York. I don't expect this offer. This offer. Yes. Yes, right. It's just the program is switching buildings. That's what programs do. And when you live in, this is not a program. There's no meetings. There's no fucking, there's no drug tests here, you know. And that's what I expect when I see this new place. Very liberal. And I can have a guest for up to 10 days in a row. And this place might be bigger. It might be way bigger than a single 1900s hotel room. And I still can't find pictures from this building. It's hard to identify this building in old San Francisco. It's a short building, 6th-floor building. I live in a It's hard to identify this building in ancient photographs, but I can find it on the old maps, easy. I'm in the Yorba Buena Harbor. I'm in the true San Francisco, the Yorba Buena. The other part is not really Yorba Buena. They're gonna call it Tenderloin. Tenderloin. I have no idea what this place is like. It's probably brand new. I probably saw them building it a couple of years ago. Because 10 years ago, I was on that side of town for a couple weeks. It's closer to the Japan town, in Korea town, and the beach. It's on a very bumpy street. It's on a high-speed street. It's on a 4-lane street. I'm on a 2-lane street. I say, I'll be living on a street that goes north and south versus my street here only goes north. Everything is like a one-way street, and when you closer you get to a lot of one-way streets. I'm in a maze of one-way streets. There's probably no one-way streets over there. Uh, I'll look at it later. Let me check out the statistics for this episode. I reloaded to, I have two or three likes. I left a like. Analytics, just pressed it. This page is dark. It's a dark page. I'm at 36 views at the 75th minute. Big number. Numbers. I keep going up subs when I'm sleeping. I make my show because I like making my show. We hope the Seahawks win. Okay. We need the Seahawks. So it's the 12th. The 12th Patriot Super Bowl. The Seahawks win. Jake the Snake is the worst wrestler. Random defamation. What Jake does is flex his left arm a lot. Jake would always be like, I'm Jake the Snake. Look at my left bicep snap. Shake the snake. The snake. The master of psychology. Never mind the fact that Jake the Snake has no muscles. Jake is just gonna snap his left arm muscle like while he's talking. Now we're in a staring contest with myself. Family Oz is live. Do you think I look like Family Oz? You know, Family Oz? Is that Family Oz? Should I click on Family? No, I don't. You never. There's only a few people on YouTube, right? randomly the other people on YouTube. Swipe up or down. Do you think Femials wants to watch me in a brand new wife beater? She's trying to grow. I'm a broke boy. Just say I'm broke. I ain't trying to pay. Looks like a woman, right? I had chicken. None of the chicks I watch come and check me out. You know, I've been looking at girls all the time. None of them, my old Filipino girls usually show up. Been a couple years. Good memories. That's all I want. Thanks for the memories. We want, but we know that there's more out there. There's more out there. Something more rare. We like them rare. Like them rare. Like that rare woman online. I like to interrupt them when they're playing their favorite videos. And then I tell them why my game was better. Let's interrupt some Final Fantasy players. Any percent speed run? Who's streaming? I'm going 135 people watching Tricks Deep playing Final Fantasy X. Get ahead. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth stream. I don't like Thailand. I'm not attracted to the Thailand. Thailand's not good for anything. Filipino, yeah, hell yeah. Oh. I don't use NordVPN, and I don't. Man, I like looking at regular white girls. I mean, the whiter the better, right? I mean. I'm not even complicated. Nothing Nothing is not exotic. There's nothing exotic about my taste. I just like, I'm attracted to white girls. I'm gonna press Inochi Fantasy. She has no viewers. She's playing Final Fantasy X2.
Mostly. Alright, here, around here I made the mistake.
Oh yeah, I have been with black girls just to keep it short. Yeah.
Sorry. I understand, clerical. No, I understand. We grow, we change, we're getting
If you
into
have
different
if you're with a
things.
black girl, you don't have to say extra. She will just leave you. It's like it's very hard for her to stick to you.
I really wanna like challenge. I mean, I really love Final Fantasy 14, but the end game content.
See, level 54, 57 with Riku. They don't care. They look at two guys today. It's wow, I had two today. So like in the modern digital media, it takes two girls to satisfy one guy. It takes two guys per girl, at minimum, just to be on set. And one of them has to hold a really bright light, the light man. Yeah, my holder. Watch BTS behind the scenes. One person holds the light. You can also hold the camera, probably, but just holding the camera is half a job. You have to bring lights so there's no shadows, shit like that. And that's even for filming your goddamn raccoon video. It doesn't matter what you're filming. You need somebody to bring a light. See, it doesn't have to be pornography that you want to have a well-lit night, indoor. Like I was watching the police break into somebody's house during the day, and they turn on their high-powered lights on the rifle, and it sure helps the camera when you're filming a home, hostage negotiation crisis, any type of body cam footage is enhanced by a light. So, most perpetrators won't be just there. If you just bring a light, if you want to be a non-protester, you can stand in the way, stay way behind everybody, and just turn a light on. Just as long just have a light. You'll probably tell them it's snowy. It's because it's snowing and you can't see. So, and be respectful that their cameras are only 30 frames per second, so don't move too quickly. Plan your movements according to how many frames you think the camera is. Okay. Move with the FPS. Okay. Don't try to like, I'm moving faster than they can see me. That's suspicious. Okay. You should know how fast the cameras are and move at that speed. Otherwise, you're a terrorist. Remember, there's no zoom. Back in the old days, you could yell, zoom in on this, Zoom in on. Don't zoom. Don't zoom. Just stay. Just. Good shot. This looks great for. Tell them it looks great for the camera. You nailed me. You're gonna be. You know. Give your law enforcement a cookie or something. I got a cookie. Yeah. Make them feel proud that. Oh yeah, okay. I'll sit in the back of your squad car. You want to run? I have a good police record. I'm not a criminal. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm not on probation, okay? I don't have cocaine in my pockets. Oh, damn. Let's see. Blame Sam Darnold. If you had, all you need is a snow blower, and if there was one person there just blowing the snow on the street, nobody would even want to hang around. They'd be like, "Get out of here! Well, you don't want to get snow on you. Don't get snow on you." Why do people want to? It's the only thing they've ever seen in their life. It's in literally their front yard or something. Do they all live on that block? Did they all take scooters? Can I go? Are they still fighting right now? It's become the way of life. It's 3:54. I'll listen to the radio for 6 minutes.
I mean, how often do quarterbacks go rogue like that, though? I don't know. Probably more often than you think, but not like that often. No, that makes sense. Hey, hour 2 minutes. This message is brought to you by Pizza Hut, because if you're yelling hot on Sundays, why not yell pizza first, Jonas? I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Especially when it comes to Pizza Hut, it's so good. How about the big New Yorker, Jonas? That's right, it's their biggest pizza, bro. And right now, it's just $10.
I mean, LeVar, that just smells and tastes like success. And for only $10, sign me up.
For the first time, grab the big New Yorker and you're set for the whole game. It's about time pros have one partner for the whole job. Why juggle 10 different suppliers when one can do it all? At the Home Depot, you'll save with pricing built for pros. You'll stay on track with job site deliveries, scheduled next day or same day. And you'll get every size, every finish, every job.
I see your gigantic comment.
One partner for the entire job. That's how pros get more done. The Home Depot Pro is about time.
After my divorce, the house felt too big, and I wanted to downsize.
At John Five's Bay Area Houses, we help Kelly sell her house and start fresh. We take care of everything. No cleaning or repairs, no fees or commissions, no hassle.
I found the perfect smaller home. It's such a huge relief.
Call 510-800-JOHN or search online for John Five's Bay Area Houses to get a fair cash offer today.
何こんなの襲ってくんのよ。Today, pizza,
Utu.
ダメ、意味不明でございます。
This guy can't read English. I still drop a subs. I dropped a sub on a Final Fantasy 12 stream. You gotta sell your house for the Final Woman 4.
あれあれ
Keep
言
keeping
うて
poor
さ
women happy.
あれあれ言うてよこれ必殺技状態だよね
Dropping
刺
you.
激して何ワッカとどめワッカのボールだったんじゃないすごないイエーイテディベルチャーさんこんばんはよーイエーイやっぱワッカっすよやっぱワッカだよねいかに送っちまえそうだ送っちまえ Welcome to 2XKO そうだよみんなが待ち望んでいた結末早踊ったらんで早くて踊ったらんと早くてわっかー早く早く早く踊ってないで早く
生きていれば無限の可能性がつながってはいるわけだ。
消えた
俺なりに
やっ
考えた
と消えたよそうイカよくしてないからさ死んでないとは思ってたんだよね死んでないっていうか成仏してはないと思ってたんだよね
ゲーム速度を変えたら問題がバグった。
いやーこれ一発でいけたの結構気持ちいい大人数でいじめてる違いますキャサさんどうもねいいとこでした倒したよチームはラストでセーブ地点またここ魔物出そうだね
シンは何度でも蘇る。
はい
長いよ。
出るよねゴキブリ大使ナイスありがと
まあ、
うゴエシこんばんは
俺が
一発クリア気持ちよすぎだろうね
無限の可能
良すぎる
性
まあやっぱ魔物は出るよねってことで
本人の希望とはインストリモンのアイロンじゃなくこのイグジェット
Wow, cool, Darth Maul.
戦っていきま
Nice.
しょう
Thanks for the news.
突然戻っ
はい
た。突然ムービーが戻った。
だからこのさ沈黙のマークでかすぎてでかすぎて
Not a
解
bitch.
像度が下がりすぎて
Ladies quiet.
それを考えたら、その若者の命をさ、捧げろとは言えない。
誰か私
俺もそれじゃあ親父たちと一緒だろ来世作ってそんだけだまた復活しちゃうだろ
あのな、真を倒してユーナも死なせねえ。そんで真の復活も止め
コメン
たいってな。
トも自分の10年前を見るとどうかな
全部叶えば最高だけどよ。
あんまり
I've muted the Final Fantasy X player streamers. Looking for some new games to listen to. Where 40 acres and a mule. Do I like ice? I pay 50. I tip up to 50 cents for a cup of ice at my local coffee shop if I want it. On a really hot day, I tip 50 cents for a cup of ice. I don't need one in the winter. You know, investing in ice machines was Coca-Cola's job, and now, you know, ice repairman was a good job. It's one of the best jobs. Knows you got bad of ice. Bag, plastic bag. Now everybody sells cups of ice because cups is something and buy cups of ice. I can't afford a cup of ice. Man. Free ice, I like free ice. A few places will still let you tip for ice. Not even Starbucks. Starbucks wants to fight with you if you ask for a cup of ice and try to tip. They look at you like the devil. Ice is a hard thing to get order. Like ice is it costs nothing. It's extreme. It comes with like it has to be extra. Can't you make it at home easy? Buy a refrigerator. Growing up in LA, that's all you do is you make ice every day. Every day you make ice. I'm the ice man. I use all the ice. My brother said, "Why didn't you refill the tray?" I'm an asshole. I take the last tray of ice. I don't even fucking refill it. Okay. Now I just realized the errors in my way and all the ice, like extra ice I could have had. So ice is like oxygen. If you want extra, just breathe hard. You know, ice is like fucking free, pretty much. Most of it goes to waste. We can't wait to get rid of it. You're all buried in ice right now. Why don't you go eat some snow? Eat the snow. Bring some syrup or something shit like that. Put SYR on it, man. Shit, don't you can take that fucking pineapple syrup, that yellow. You can take some orange syrup. You can put some Tang, Gatorade. Go eat some snow, man. Eat up, you know what I'm saying? It's nature's food, man. The East Coast, they just eat. They have all that. They're gonna complain that there's no electricity, but they just go eat out. Okay, that's right. We have nothing but empty shelves in San Francisco, so you know, I'm sure their shelves are probably still full. You know, they got just because they can't get to their stores. I mean, you know, there's stockpiles of butter. They control all the distribution. They just can't do. They can't eat their stash. Yeah, they can't even eat. They're loaded up. They're like, oh guys, you know, it's really cold, but we're loaded. We have all the food too. Okay, well, they're still loaded up with like extra proportions per serving. You know, they're still fat. They're obese Americans. They're all Republicans on the wherever there's no snow. Yeah, that's what they're still eating at Waffle House, right? Okay, Waffle House. We don't have Waffle House, right? So would you? So they have the same price. The price didn't even go up, right? They're cooking for themselves. They go behind the counter because we can get. We don't have that shit in California. In-N-Out Burgers like trying to leave town. All we got is Chipotle. I can't get some chili on a bag of Doritos. Can I just pour some chili on a bag of Doritos? They're like, get the fuck out of here, boy. I can't get no chili on Doritos. That's 25 cents. If you grow up in Compton or anywhere where the Crips, if you go to a Crip, LIQUR store is 1/4 one is Crip liquor store. I'm into a lot of Crip liquor stores, okay? So everything in Altadena is like basically a Crip liquor store, not a blood liquor store, okay? We don't have because the Bloods are not from my neighborhood. I'm from a Crip neighborhood. And fuck the Bloods. The Bloods are bad. That's right. Sorry. Bloods somewhere else. Stay. Ooh. Look at the Bloods, where they're from. Good hit. So I just come from a blue neighborhood, and I went to Cincinnati because it's a red neighborhood, and I live with the Crips and the Bloods. Yeah, they don't like us, and then we don't like them. They still don't come around Altadena. They still don't come around Altadena. Ask Snoop Dogg where the Bloods at in Altadena. Ask Snoop Dogg where the Bloods at in Pasadena. I dare to say Pasadena is a Crip where God rose from the grave at the Rose Bowl. Oh no, is the Rose Bowl the crypt of God? We either keep the Crips out. Pow. Am I a Crip? Am I a Blood? Am I a Crip? I'm a Crip. Pasadena is a Crip. All right, yeah, that's right. I'm a Crip. I get confused. It's not the blood. It's not the blood. The blood of God has not been. It's not the Rose Bowl. God levitated and elevated like the Levi Stadium, the Levitation Stadium, right? It's where Levi is the levitation. It's where you are rised up in front of all the other people on earth, right? It's not the Crip. It's not the same place as where he came out from the tomb. Different place. We still have the Pro Bowl. Get ready for the Pro Bowl. No. Beep. Now that every team has already had their victory here, we can now demolish it. That's right. It's tough race. I want to see Heinz Field get demolished next. That's the biggest shithole in the entire NFL. That's right. How Heinz Field is not ranked as the worst stadium. I'm just gonna Google Heinz Field ranked worst and see what happens. They tarnished the Heinz. When they let Heinz Ward leave, they tarnished the name Heinz, and they broke that man's heart. And justice to Heinz Ward. justice to Heinz Ward. The new field should be still called Heinz Ward. They should pay him. And I have hit an hour. I'm almost gonna hit 2 hours. And subs didn't go up. Stuck at 3 likes. Most Americans are asleep. I got 4 blankets ready, so I just might be too good. When I put on my 4 blankets, it's too many. It might be too good. I'll sleep through lunch. I have the menu on the wall. I'm gonna go 2 hours. It's the radio scores. It's -4 degrees here. Well, let's see. It's not even wet. It's 48 degrees here. San Francisco is a magical paradise island. It's never bad. Nothing can touch. No attack. Nothing God can do to make it bad. It's a absolutely perfect, it's a flawless record. And I've seen some bad days. I've seen sketchy days. We had some sketchy days here. The weather could fluctuate. If it hits 80, we feel pain, right? So even it still doesn't go above 80. If it swings quick, that's different than an individual. Usually the swing shouldn't get you unless you forget. You tried to sleep with one blanket. Oh, you got fucked up. Okay. Never. That's how you get fucked up. You don't bring enough blankets. Okay? And San Francisco made me soft. I'm definitely going soft here. %1 tree cover. There's nothing except brick buildings everywhere. So what was it gonna do? It's gonna bounce off the brick. One side, shade on one side of the street, sun on the other side of the street. There's always shade. There's so much shade. South side of the street. Hide on the south side of the street usually. North side of the street. Funny zigzag street. The streets around here, I'm always trying to cut corners to get to a different side of the neighborhood. If you get out, if you can see the water is different. Let's say that, okay. I can't see the water from my house, okay. As long as something is blocking you from the wet, there's so much I'll be forced to. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, they show me 2 different rooms. I get to pick one or the other room. Like I could, when I moved in, I could have had that room. I could have been over there, facing that way the whole time, right? It's not. It's just. It's good, whatever is good here. The radio. You don't really want to. It's a shitty radio. Yeah, LA radio is just way better. LA radio. I don't know. My last year in LA, I got subjected to this Laker sports radio during a 2014 Laker radio. My last year in LA, I was just forced to listen to the Lakers on the radio, and they were trash. The 2014 Lakers was trash. Okay. But when I was in Ohio, I had the Bengals game on the radio, and that's what I go there for the radio. That's it. And we still get Warrior games, okay? We don't get football games on this radio. But I got football games in Cincinnati on the radio. The Raiders are not on, I don't get the Niner game on my radio. It's kind of strange. And I've seen blackout. We still get blackout games. Like Aaron Rodgers was the Jets game, Jets Niners, that was blacked out. Nobody could watch it. Bullshit. It wasn't on the radio. It wasn't on TV. It might have been on some other radio station that I'll actually check. It's just not. They have a shitty radio deal with some Northern Bay radio station that comes from only way north. I don't listen to the North Bay radio. Right. I expect my downtown Fox radio to cover it. So it's 4:20. Yeah. At 47 views. Super Bowl 47. Was I in Cincinnati? No. I was in Pasadena. I wanted 49ers to win, and they lost to Ravens. When I was in Cincinnati, I only saw 2 Super Bowls in Cincinnati, technically. Okay, that time, I saw Eli Manning beat Tom Brady, and I saw Russell Wilson beat Peyton Manning. Those are technically the only 2 Super Bowls I watched in Cincinnati. And I watched them at the big party downtown. Everybody, I played. I was not. It was big, lots of food, and burgers and dogs and chips and drinks, and the game was over on the first snap when he fumbled the shotgun snap. How does that make any sense? I said the Seahawks, Peyton Manning fumbled, and the other game was Seahawks beating. No, it was Denver beating. First, Eli beat Brady at Lucas Oil. Then at Arizona, rounds here and rounds in the neighborhood. With no respect. Yeah. Is that here St. Louis will be abandoned by the new boats that make St. Louis obsolete? Walt Disney came from Kansas City. What? St. Louis. The other. There's no escape from the firepower. That's you know what Steven Seagal would say? For sure. I'm gonna think about what would Steven Seagal say? For sure. Neither of the quarterbacks in the Super Bowl have face paint. Kind of disappointed. I don't think any single player, there will be no face paint at the Super Bowl. Yeah, I got cotton mouth. There's a drink. Let's go to the kitchen. Let's go to the kitchen. I was about to settle for bathroom sink water. Eggs and bacon. Sometimes it's rare spawn, egg and bacon. It does spawn in the lobby. That'll be called a power breakfast when you see it on the tray. It'll usually have sweet potatoes with it. So you have the eggs and when you say eggs and bacon, that means scraping sweet potatoes into the trash can. For me, that's what it means for me. That's the smell bread. To the kitchen. We're looking. The TV's not on. Water jug, yeah. Better than nothing. The TV's not on. Let's see around the kitchen. Sink. Paper towels. Somebody's eating noodles. Uh-oh, they're gonna be back any moment. Because that water is just heating up. Where the hell are they? The TV's not on. Super Bowl. And we watch the Super Bowl here, okay? And they line up and get food. Coffee machine sits here. You fill up your coffee. You put your coffee here. You fill up your coffee. You sit in your Super Bowl in a chair, okay? Just making noodles. Staff. Is this guy gonna charge into the kitchen? Yeah. There's the noodle man. The noodle man's there. Back to the do not pee in the elevator. Please do not pee on the floor. Gosh, do not pee on the floor. Get tired of that. videotape. I want to see. I'm on VHS tape, guys. You remember a video? They're spying on you with. We got the video. They got me on video. That's disrespectful to my intelligence. They put in black and white. Brick up. I like these bricks. These bricks looking good. These bricks. Landlord's office. I'm playing Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders. I can't stop playing Arc Raiders. I'm on the show. Sixth floor, you know what I'm saying? What if they try to put me on the... What if they dare show me something that's not on the top floor when I move into my next one? Nobody above me, nobody above... Can I ask for the top floor? Yes. The neighbors are sleeping. And you can hear their smoke alarm is beeping, but mine's not. And I didn't change the battery. I just took it down. 4:35 here on my my Lenovo PC. It's 127 to 2026. 2026. I'm still 49. I'm still 49. I'm so smart. I was sentient before I was born. Obviously, I can check on another 30 days. I was really born in if I was unborn, I would have been just as smart. You know, like my mother had her regular 10 months. But I came out at 9, I would be fine. Like you could judge my time in the wound. I was there. I remember it. the psychiatrist says nobody can remember being born. I'm like, why? Are you gonna tell me I can't remember being born? That's ludicrous. There's nothing. That's the biggest thing that ever happens to you. There's nothing bigger. There's nothing bigger than being born. And what Western medicine says that children can't remember being. It's like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? You questioning the fundamentals of human memory. So that's why I just claim to remember so much. I must have been listening to adults talk in my 8th and 9th month of straight crazy talk people were saying in 77 and 76. I'm gonna wrap this episode because I'm good drinking. Agua, hot. Not hydrating too fast. We're sippy. Still full. Okay, I want to just go do bother other people who are streaming and shit. Listen to my radio. Wouldn't you? Maybe take out some trash. Who cares? We're gonna abandon ship soon. We think in a week. It seems like. Get ready, man overboard.